Hello, everybody. Today we are making my absolute favorite dessert in the entire universe, which is apple pie. I know, once again, every single time there's something new that my mom makes, I say it's my favorite, but this is seriously, oh my gosh. Apple pie with vanilla ice cream is the reason I keep going. Seriously. So, anyways, we're gonna make it today. And we're going to make it with a very special type of crust, which is foolproof and is going to work if you follow these secret steps. So you're going to start off with your dry ingredients, your flour, salt, healthy sugar, and then you're going to food process that. And this is not all your flour, by the way. You're saving the rest for after this step, which is adding your butter, which is also cold. So make sure this is cold. Make sure you move very quickly right here. You're just chopping it up to be able to allow the food processor to blend it better. And you want to keep it cold. This is not room temperature. This is not melted. This is cold. Contrary to most recipes. And after you add the butter in the food processor is when we're going to add our flour that is remaining. So the two main takeaways of the crust to make sure it works out and does not break and is not brittle. One, add the flour in two separate parts with the butter in between, and two, the butter is cold. So, two things people usually don't do, but two things that end up working out pretty well. So give it a shot and let us know how it works out for you. But anyways, what's cool about this recipe is that it makes enough dough for two separate pies. So one of them is this apple pie, and the other one is jujube pie, which we made in a separate video, which you guys can go check out. So I think it's really funny because I feel like jujube is a spin-off of apple pie because the jujube fruit reminds me of apples, but it's a little bit different. So this was a really fun time. Unfortunately, I wasn't home, so I couldn't eat either of these pies, which is absolutely disheartening and very sad. So now that I know how to make it myself, hopefully this is something I do soon because it's really good. And then, make sure when you add water to the dough, it is very cold. Also, when you are mixing, just use a spoon. We are trying to minimize heat on this dough, and this part was not kneading it with your hands. We were just shaping it so that we could split it in half. So minimize contact with the dough is also another thing. We're trying to keep it as cold as possible. And then that's one dough for the apple pie, and that's the other dough for the jujube pie. And you can also store these for up to 3 days in the fridge. It'll stay completely fresh, and then up to 3 months in the freezer. So you could also honestly make a lot of this and just keep it around for a really long time whenever you're craving your dessert, which I think is the best time to make dessert. So next you're gonna get your apples, red apples or Honeycrisp or just not green, really. And then go ahead and chop those up because today we're going for a more sweet versus sour vibe with the pie. So try to cut it up into cubes. And we're going to be messing around with it anyway, so no worries. Add 2 tablespoons of butter and some cinnamon to a pot and go ahead and mix that around and let everything cook for a little bit. And then go ahead and add in your apples. Alongside with some healthy sugar, 1/4 cup of that. This is the best smell in the entire universe, by the way, so make sure to stick around for this step. If you're working with someone to make this, make sure you're the one doing this step because I could smell that all day. And then you're going to get 1.5 tablespoons of starch alongside with some water. And we're going to add this to the apple mixture. We do this in order to give the apple filling some thickness and so that it's not that runny, so that when you cut into the pie, it'll like ooze out super nicely instead of just like pouring out. And then you're gonna go ahead and chop up your apples. And then you're gonna take your dough, and then au PSA, the dough is going to be a little bit hard to move in the beginning, but once you start rolling it out and give a little bit of heat, it's going to cooperate very well. So do not stress about that. And the little parts that break at the end, don't worry about them. You can always detach and attach, do a little Frankenstein moment on the dough here. The main part that we want to keep intact is the center, so don't stress unless it's the center, then you can start stressing. But in this case, we're all good, and you can just move it around to make sure that everything is sealed up. And then you can measure the size of your pan or whatever you're going to be baking the pie in to estimate how much you need to roll out, and then roll it onto the roller and then roll it off of the roller. This transfer makes it very easy. And then press firmly to the edges of the pan and then fold down all of the sides. And then you're going to be using your knuckles to make a very cute little pie corner, as pies usually have. So go ahead and first flatten it, and then take your knuckle and push your finger through, as my mom will do in a second, I think she's just double checking. Okay, very nice. Yes, use your knuckles and just create a little divot. And yeah, it looks so cute. And then we can start assembling the pie. So, add your apple filling. Number 1. And then you're going to, of course, add your apples. And that's literally it. That's all the assembling you're going to do. And yeah, make sure to separate them just a tiny bit from each other so that they're able to actually cook individually. And then that's it. You're going to go ahead and pop that in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. Oh, yeah. And then that's gonna get nice. Oh my gosh, I want it so bad. It's gonna get nice and brown, and then they're gonna eat it with ice cream. They did this without me. Can you believe it? Comment. Okay, I was about to say dislike this video if I shouldn't be eating it. But no, please don't dislike the video. In fact, give it so many likes. Give it like 100,000 likes so that my mom can make me apple pie again. Because I seriously missed out. This is truly my favorite thing. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad right now. But it was really good. It was really good. And that's it. We hope you guys enjoy this take on apple pie, and that my mom will make it for me. Happy apple pie. Bye.